I bought something. Let's see what it is. I was gonna make a whole unboxing video for this bad boy, but I'm too lazy for it, so I'm gonna just open it right here in front of y'all, because this is the first time that I actually open it. Everything is still in the wrapper, because I was debating if I wanted to do a flat lay type of video and open it and make it all cute, but I'm too busy for that. And you know I'm busy because this has been sitting here for 2 days and I haven't even opened it yet. Oh, okay. Look, I'm not weird for smelling stuff, all right? Anytime I get something new, I always smell it. It'll never smell like this again. It's like a baby. So don't judge me. So what I bought was the Gmaster 50 1.2 lens, and I haven't had a 50 millimeter in a long time, unless you want to count the 24 to 70 Gmaster. But when I use this, I don't use it for photos. I use it primarily for video. But I bought this bad boy so I can really dive back into photography, because I miss it. That was my first love. But ever since I got into video, as scary as it is for photographers to do it, it is addicting. Like, once you make a really good video, you just want to chase after that feeling. We're going to do everything primarily in natural light so that you guys can see what it looks like outside. I don't want to use too many studio lights for this type of stuff, because I think the review needs to be ultimately universal, and most of the people that are going to use this are going to be outside. So let's get to it without too much talking, so you guys can see what it can do. So we're out here at the park in front of my house, and Jay is going to be my model. We have the 50 millimeter outside, 1.2, and we're just going to play around with it to see how this thing can handle this natural light right here. And put your hands in your pocket, son. There we go. All right, let me get you sitting on the grass. Right there. Go ahead, have a seat. And you're gonna bend your legs, and you're kind of gonna sit, lean like that. Yep, and just look out. Good. Look off that way. Woo. Honestly, I'm surprised how close I'm able to get with this thing, because it's starting to feel like a macro lens. Like, if you look at some of these shots, you can see how detailed the leaf is and how detailed his eyes are and how close I was getting. Stay right there. Hold on, let me try one more time. I'm in focus all the way up to this point. This is where I start to lose a little bit, but then it starts right here. So I'm actually able to touch him. That's how close you can get with this thing. Honestly, the shots so far have beat my expectations behind a 50. I remember what it was like to have a 50, and I always remember it feeling like it wasn't enough, especially when you capture your subject's entire body. I always wanted there to be more bokeh, or at least more compression. And it's weird that the 1.2 makes it feel like there's more compression in the shot. And my son is pretty tall for his age. He's 9 years old, but he is pretty tall. And even capturing his entire body, it still felt like there was good compression in it. And every picture I've taken so far has been at 1.2. And it still looks like there's like a whole lot of focus in it. I'm gonna take a few more really quick. Shutter speed is at 2000. Aperture 1.2. Jay, just do me a favor and hold it up so I can see. Yeah. Listen, if I'm strictly using this thing for portraits, I'm gonna have a lot of happy customers because the sharpness that I'm seeing by Jay's eye is ridiculous. And when it comes to these type of pictures, you always want to make sure the eye is in focus, and the combination behind the 50 with the A7 IV's eye auto tracking is just, it is a beautiful mixture. So the A7 IV has been one of my newest favorite cameras right now. A lot of the times when I'm doing my Instagram reels and everything, I'm using this camera because the sharpness is just unmatched. And I also have the A7S III. So the fact that I'm using this more for video is crazy. But now I want to see how it does with some video. So here's the autofocus speed test. What you can see is super fast. Put my hand up, back down, hand up, back down. It goes to my eye really, really fast. And then to any foreground subject, back to my eye, foreground, back to my eye. It's like a second delay, but that's still crazy fast when you think about it. Look, I'm trying to move. Nope. And it's still on me. Beyonce. I promise you, this type of focus is what you need when you're out in the field. So as you can see, the sharpness on this DJI controller, this Mavic, is ridiculous. I felt like I had a macro for a second. If you look at this controller's handle, I was so close to this handle and everything is just freakishly sharp. And that's very good for me because now I know if I take it out and I'm taking pictures of a model or headshots for an agent, I'm gonna get really good focus on the eyes and obviously good bokeh around the surrounding area to make it look really clean. Here's Quay doing absolutely nothing with his A7S III and 50mm, and this handsome guy with his dirty glasses. Good Lord. The only thing that I would say negative about this lens is if you are shooting someone with glasses, and you can see on my son here, his nose was more in focus than his eyes. And later on, when I took pictures super close, his frames on his glasses were, let me brighten this up. The frames on his glasses were sharp, but his eyes were not in focus. It's not a deal breaker or anything. You just want to make sure you look out for that when you are taking headshots of people, because that's not going to fly. You want to make sure that not just the frames of his glasses are in focus, but his eyes. You shouldn't have to worry about that too much if you're doing portraits, because I doubt I will utilize 1.2 that often, but if you are, that is something to take note. But look at how sharp this is. This is dang near macro lens because I'm zoomed in all the way. Let me see how it looks at 200. That is crazy sharp detail. And obviously you're still at 1.2, so you have a very small area of focus, but I mean, I don't buy this lens to not use 1.2. So, and then a neighbor's dog. The focus did miss the eye. It's around the fur area. Let me see on this one. Brighten this up. Missed the eye here. Where else? Oh, good Lord, his mouth. But look, that's a very clean shot. Obviously, take away some highlights and play with it a little bit, and it's going to be a crazy sharp picture. Even though the focus wasn't on his eye, it still looks sharp though. Look at the detail in the fur. Like, that's a good image. That's something that you can use. So overall, my takeaway from just the review of everything and taking it out to the field the first time, I would definitely use this lens for a lot more. I'm gonna take it into real estate because that's probably 80% of my business model right now, and see what I can get. Obviously, I can't take pictures of listings or anything with it because it's not wide enough, but anything that revolves around agents, I'm definitely going to utilize because this lens is just popping for me right now. Now, that was just a natural light setup. What I'm also looking forward to is doing something in low light, so you guys can see how it performs in maybe a wedding or a party type, concert type situation, if that's where you're going to be, or if you just like street photography and you like to be outside at night and you just want to see how it perform. I'm sure the 1.2 won't let you down, but overall you'll have that review coming as well as our drone review, or my drone review on the Mavic 3, which I'm excited for. I just got to get my hands on it because I don't have it yet. But stay tuned for those. They'll be coming pretty soon. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.